Hey everybody, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to play the guitar solo from the classic Benatar song, Heartbreaker. Now, if you're a fan of guitar player Neil Giraldo's work, I also have lessons here on the channel on how to play the guitar solos from Hit Me With Your Best Shot and the song Jesse's Girl, which obviously he played with Rick Springfield on as a guest. I'll put links down below if you want to check those out. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is play this solo for you in its entirety, slowly with the tabs on the screen. That way the more advanced players can get through this more quickly. Then after that, for everybody else, I'll break it down note by note. Let's go. Here's section 1 at normal and then slow speed. Let's break that up into two boxes, and in the first one we play slowly, so we start with the 8th fret of the G string hammered to 10, and then play the 10th fret of G 6 times, and then halfway through you're going to start adding vibrato, okay? So for the last 3 notes you add vibrato. And actually for this section, I play all downstrokes when going through this. I just feel like it helps better for that attack that you're going to get while you're hitting the notes and doing the wide vibrato and adding pinch harmonics. We'll get to that in a minute, but try it with all downstrokes and alternating, whichever works best for you, but I use all downstrokes here. Then in the second box we play so you notice the vibrato is now wider, okay? Because as you're progressing through here, the vibrato gets wider, you start adding in pinch harmonics. So in the second box, we play the 10th fret of G 9 times with that wide vibrato. And you'll notice on the 4th, 6th, and 8th notes, we add a pinch harmonic, okay? Let's tie both of those boxes together and play section 1 one more time, slowly and then at normal speed. All right, let's move on to section 2. Here's section 2 at normal and then slow speed. Let's break it up into two boxes, and in the first one we'll play slowly, so we start by sliding from the 8th fret of G to the 10th fret, and then 10 of G 2 more times with wide vibrato and pinch harmonics. Then we play 13 of D, 10 of D, and then 13 of G, bend up a half a step, and then play 13 of G with a pinch harmonic, wide vibrato, 13 of G, wide vibrato, slide down. Now you'll notice that I'm using my Strat here, which of course has single coil pickups, which is going to make the pinch harmonics scream a little less than if I was using a humbucker guitar. But again, I wanted to try and use a Strat because that's what Neil did in the original song. A lot of people associate him with the BC Rich Eagle back then, which you can see in some of the videos of him performing it. But on the record, he did use a Strat. And of course, you can use a guitar with humbuckers. There's absolutely no problem with that. That might make it a little bit easier, actually. Now, every time I've seen this tabbed, I've seen it tabbed like this, as I'm showing you on the screen right now. Okay, same notes, just some of them are transposed to different strings. You can certainly play it that way, but if you watch Neil in some of the early performances, there's this one particular one where, well, he was actually, you know, they were lip syncing, right? They were just kind of playing along to the recording on this German TV show. That video, I was really watching Neil's fingers to see his position on the fretboard, and he plays it in the same position I'm teaching it to you. But people often instead will do it the way that you're seeing it on the screen now. You can certainly do it that way, but just know that, you know, the pinch harmonics are going to be easier on the G string than the B string, so keep that in mind. Let me play that first box again for you slowly. Then in the second box, we're going to play slowly. Now the first thing we do in that second box is we slide up to the 10th fret of D and then play 8 of G. And then we're going to play 8 of G with a pinch harmonic quickly hammered to 10. Okay? A lot of people miss that little 8th fret note right before it, and they just go. But really, if you listen closely, you'll hear it. And then 8 with a pinch harmonic again. So far in that second box. Then after that, we slide down into the 8th fret of D and then pull off to 6. And then 8, 6 on D. So far in that second box, slowly. And then 8 of D, bend up a full step, 6 of D. 8 of D, pull off to 6. And then 8 on A, palm muted. And then 8 on A, wide vibrato, twice slide down. Let's tie everything together in that second box and play it slowly a couple times. Now let's tie both of those boxes together and play section 2 one more time, slowly and then at normal speed. All right, let's move on to section 3. Here's section 3 at normal and then slow speed. Let's break it up into 2 boxes, and in the first we'll play slowly. So this part, I've seen it tabbed and played a lot of different ways. But again, when I slow down the original and listen to the isolated guitar track, this is what I hear. Now at the beginning, we're going to play the 1st fret of the low E string. And then you're going to play it again, but quickly slide to 7. I saw one guy trying to explain it like you go, like something like that, and then go into the rest, but I heard the slides in there. Then you're going to play 6 on low E, hammer to 7, hammer to 8. Then 6A, 8E, 6A. So far. Slowly. And then we'll play 6 on A again, hammer to 8, and then play 8 2 more times. Then we're going to play 6 on A and D, kind of with a little slight pinch harmonic, bend up quarter step. Let's play that first box slowly a couple times. Now certainly if it feels weird playing those first couple notes, you can skip that and just start from the 6th fret. Now in the second box we play slowly. So what we're doing is we're palm muting on the A string, 8, 6, 8, and then 8 again, wide vibrato slide down. Now for some people, instead of playing, they leave out the 8th fret of the A string the second time, so it would just be... that sounds great, and it feels good to do it that way, but if you listen closely, that extra little note is in there. But I think most people won't notice if you leave it out. All right, let's tie those two boxes together and play section 3 one more time slowly and then at normal speed. All right, let's move on to section 4. Here's section 4 at normal and then slow speed. Let's break it up into 2 boxes, and in the first we'll play slowly. So we start by sliding up to the 8th fret of the A string and then play 6 on D 4 times. Okay? And then 8 on A 2 more times palm muted. 6 on D. So far, slowly. Then we'll play 8 on A 4 times palm muted, and then 6 on D and G with a little tiny kind of micro bend, and then 8 on A palm muted 3 more times. Let's play that first box a couple times slowly. Then in that second box, we're going to play slowly. So the second box is all on the D string. We're going to play 6, 8, 6 with pinch harmonics. And then 8, very quickly slide to 10. Don't linger on that 8th fret note. Okay? And then 8 with a pinch harmonic again. So far on that second box. And then 8 on D with wide vibrato slide down. Let's tie those 2 boxes together and play section 4 one more time slowly and then at normal speed. All right, let's move on to section 5. All right, here's section 5 at normal and then slow speed. So we'll break it up into 2 boxes, and in the first one we play slowly. So at the beginning you can see the little percussive scratches. And then after that, we're going to play 3rd fret of G, bend it up, down, up. And then at the top of that bend, you're going to hit it again, bring it down. And then 1 of G. So far, slowly. Again. Then we're going to play a third fret of G again with a pinch harmonic, bend up, down, up, down, up. Okay? And then at the top of that bend, you're going to hit it and bring it down again with a pinch harmonic. Open G. Let's tie everything together in that first box and play it a couple times slowly. Then in the second box, we're going to play slowly. So we're going to play third fret of G, pull off to 1, pull off to 0. You play that 3 times. Okay? And then 3 of G, pull off to 1. So far, slowly, in that second box. Then we play 4th fret of the low E string, bend it up a full step, bring it back down, and then slide down to 1. Oftentimes people miss that little slide down to 1. It's faint in the mix. Then 3rd fret of D, wide vibrato, slide up to 16. You don't have to slide to 16, but if you listen closely, especially to the isolated guitar track, you can hear that Neil had slid up to that 16th fret there. All right, let's tie both of those boxes together and play section 5 one more time, slowly and then at normal speed. All right, let's move on to section 6. Here's section 6 at normal and then slow speed. So in the first box, we play slowly. So what you're doing here is you're playing 15 of B and 13 of E together, quickly hammering 15 of B to 16. Okay? All right, you play that 8 times. And then 16 of B and 13 of E one more time. Okay? Slowly. Then in the second box, we play slowly. So it's 16 of B, pull off to 13, 16 of B. Okay, so far. Then you're going to play 16 of B again with wide vibrato, okay? And you play it 4 times, the second 2 times with a pinch harmonic. Now that's pretty wide vibrato there. In fact, when I tabbed that out, I could have tabbed it as like a bend up at the 16th fret and then wide vibrato, but I thought I'd simplify things and just explain that that's a very wide vibrato equivalent to like a bend, okay? All right, so keep that in mind. Let's tie both of those boxes together and play section 6 one more time, slowly and then at normal speed. All right, let's move on to section 7. Here's section 7 at normal and then slow speed. Okay, we're going to break that up into 2 boxes, and in the first one we play So you notice at the beginning we've got two little palm muted string scratches in the low E string. It's like a little like an E overtone there, kind of. Almost like you got a harmonic. But I just do string scratches. And then we're going to play 11 on low E, quickly slide to 13, hammer to 15, 16. It's almost like you're playing, but quickly sliding into 13. And then 13 of A. Okay? If you want to skip that 11th fret note and just start with 13 on the low E, like, you certainly can. That might be easier. When I listen to the isolated guitar track slowed down, I hear that quick slide into it. Then after that, we play 15 on low E, hammer to 16 and 13 of A, and then play that 3 more times, okay? Total of 4. Now, oftentimes when I see this tabbed, actually every time I see it tabbed, people, instead of playing it up here at this 13th fret position, they take it down here a couple frets, and instead of going like 15, 16, E, 13, A, they just play on the A string 10, 11, 13. That's certainly easier to do it that way. But if you go back to that video I'm referencing where Neil is, well, he's pretending to play along, you can see he's doing it up in this position as opposed to. But certainly if you want to transpose it down there and play it like other people do, you certainly can, but I'm trying to get as close to Neil's actual performance as possible, considering where I believe he played it. Okay? So here's that first box again slowly. Then in the second box we play slowly. So it's 15 of A, hammer to 16, and 13 of D. You play that again. So far in the second box. Then 15 of D, hammer to 17, and 13 of G. So far in that second box. Then you play 15 of G 3 times. And then 15 again, quickly slide to 17. So far in that second box, slowly. And then 17 of G 3 more times with wide vibrato, slide down. Here's that second box again, slowly. Let's tie those two boxes together and play section 7 one more time, slowly and then at normal speed. All right, let's move on to section 8. Section 8 goes like this. So we're going to play 16 of B string, slide up to 8, and then we stop the note. And then 16 again, this time hammer to 18, vibrato. Stop the note. That's what we have so far. Then 16 of B again, hammer to 18, vibrato. Let's play that first box. Then in that second box, we play. So we're adding wider vibrato now on that 18th fret of the B string note and playing it 7 times. Let's play what we have so far, first 2 boxes. Then in the final box we play. So you're continuing with that wide vibrato we were doing, and you're playing the 18th fret 3 more times, but on the last time you do a little pre-bend up about a half step and slide down, okay? I don't think Neil intended to do that half step pre-bend up. He's just, I think it's really more like he's catching the top of the vibrato, if that makes sense. Like, you know what I mean? Don't get too hung up on that, about the half step bend up, but those who know my lessons know I like to get very granular. Let's tie all those boxes together, play section 8 one more time. All right, let's move on to section 9, the final section. All right, here's section 9 at normal and then slow speed. So we're going to break it up into 3 boxes, and in the first one we play slowly. So it's on the G string 1, and then 3-3. Then 3 again, hammer to 4, pull off to 3-1. So far. And then 3G, 3D. So that first box again. Slowly. Then in the second box we play slowly. So we start with 1 on G, and then 3 on D, pull off to 1. And then 3 of A 3 times quickly, and then pull off to 2-1. It's really quickly in there that you know, a lot of people miss that. Okay, so far, slowly in that second box. And then 3rd of D, add vibrato. 1 of D, hold it for a little bit, and then add vibrato. And at the very end of the song, you've got this little F chord, power chord. So that I throw that in there. Let's tile those 3 boxes together and play section 9 one more time, slowly and then at normal speed. All right, let's wrap it up. Well, that was my lesson on how to play the guitar solo from Pat Benatar's Heartbreaker. If you found it helpful or informative, I would appreciate a thumbs up, and please hit that subscribe button if you want to catch more videos like this in the future. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I will attempt to answer them as time allows. Until next time, rock on.